into the online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another NXT After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. The boys are not happy about this song intro. I am. They don't want no anacondas. I'm Kathy Kelly, and sitting across from me, as always, shaking
everything. I'm shaking everything.
Shake it off, Mark Donica.
Hi, everybody. I'm Kathy Kelly.
Unless you got buns, hun. Next to Mark Donica, the true hobo.
Turn it off!
Turn
Like
it
light
up.
switch.
Turned up.
My gosh.
Can we talk about the show, please?
Look at her butt.
I'm not talking about anything until the song is over.
It's in my contract, damn it.
So,
Thank you. Now I can be here.
And here it comes.
how are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, yeah.
I still hear it.
Apparently there's a little bit of vinegar on this side of the
You
table.
should have suggested a song
I
I
did.
tried.
louder than I suggested a song because loudness always trumps greatness
What?
of songs. I don't know. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It works, whatever.
So, hello everyone. Yeah, we'll talk about NXT, I guess, tonight. Can we do that?
Can we? Is that in the cards? No one?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay,
I think
we got a
we're
thumbs
gonna
up.
talk
Yeah.
about wives of basketball.
Wives of basketball.
Wives of basketball.
Yeah.
That new-
Wives, comma, of basketball.
Why not?
Oh.
We've already started off with this. We're just heading into the seventh circle of hell.
I really like that song.
I don't know why. What's wrong with you? It's a terrible song.
It's not about the content, it's about the actual the actual form of the
Systems
song.
detect that a host has wandered off the subject.
Yeah, Kathy. I think that was for us. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I'm sorry.
Let's
I
start with the
apologize
show.
for nothing.
Very hot start tonight.
I am turning heel in front of you.
No, don't do that.
You're always heel, secretly.
Well, maybe a little.
When we're off camera, it's kind of awkward. So, the Ascension versus Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger.
With a very elaborate entrance video.
Yes.
Which was not elaborate. It was just,
No.
it was nothing.
Well, you know, the absence of something is making something greater by its absence.
No.
Like the absence of Jason Jordan's hair.
Right. It makes his head seem that much more of a head.
I miss his hair. I don't know
Thank
why.
you. I was saying that for the first
He
thing. I was
looked like just some generic guy now. And I was like, no, that's Jason Jordan. Where's his hair?
You can't cut off what makes you special.
Well,
That makes you stand out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
it was a choice. Obviously, his or somebody
It was a choice.
else's.
Yeah. But what do we think of the match?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little bit more. It was less of the regular Ascension squash match that we see. It was. We got a little bit of offense from Jason Jordan and Ty, but from what I've been seeing on Twitter from live events, when it comes to what those two were going to be doing in the future, it was hard to take the match seriously. To be honest, because I never thought that. I mean, I guess it's just kind of indicative of Ascension matches in general, where you see them up against a certain team, and you don't. I mean, okay, so how are they going to lose tonight? Sort of a thing, and that's not in terms of repetition, and like how we used to think they were so repetitious.
Yeah.
This one was just like. It was more of a thing. I want to see something that matters for this team. Why do we have to sit through this match just for Hideo Itami to come out? You know.
It would have been a surprise if Ty Dillinger and Jason Jordan were able to beat the Ascension with the assistance of Hideo Itami to some degree, and then they beat down on Hideo Itami like there's no tomorrow, like they did. But it was sort of like, well, they lose and the Ascension win, and then they beat up Itami.
Which was expected.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Nothing. There was no surprise there. Nothing at all.
So yeah, like you mentioned, post-match, Itami comes out, the Ascension just beat him up, fall of man, leave him in the ring. That's it.
I assume this is going somewhere.
Yeah.
We all are sort of waiting on the edge of our seat going, okay, what's next? What's the next thing?
And we knew they were going to bring in Funaki.
Yeah, and that's already done.
That's done.
Where do you
Very
go from
short-lived.
here?
So-
And no spoilers. We know they recorded everything, so we're being speculative.
Right.
For everybody who doesn't read the dirt sheets.
Where do you think it's going? And
mean-
how long do you think we'll have to wait to see something happen in this rivalry?
Do you want to take this one?
Well, unfortunately, we do know the ending. It's gonna be soon. What we're going to see is going to be very big, and it's coming very soon.
We do know the ending because I don't know the ending.
Good.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Okay.
big. It'll be a surprise, and we don't have to wait too
Well,
long.
now it's not going to be a surprise.
Well, no,
No, it's
It
still
is.
gonna be a
It is.
surprise.
But
Okay.
it's they're kind of treading water at this point. I think they did by holding off another week. The more they hold off, Itami should
builds
have
up.
it, but now it's just kind of staying the same. It's Itami
it's
shows
back.
up, he gets beat up.
Yeah.
Itami shows up, he gets beat up. Oh, then it was like, oh, somebody's coming at. Okay, he got beat up. Okay, and then he got it went here and then it stayed and then it went up a little bit and then it stayed and then it's staying again this week. So it's like
To some extent, Hideo reminds me of Sami Zayn, and he's that guy that you're rooting for to beat these other guys, but he never really does.
yeah, that's the difference. Is a lot of times Sammy has a fighting chance, and a lot of times he's a victim of circumstance when it comes to certain things. But with this, he just gets beat up.
But it's
and then
also-
it's just like it's more of a
It's
pity
because
as
he's
opposed
2-on-1. And he was, I mean, there were some times when he got the upper hand in weeks past, and it's just, now it's like, you're being stupid.
Right, and they were saying that on commentary. They weren't really pitying him too much on commentary. He ran out to the ring. There
Yeah.
were two gentlemen in the ring, larger than he. He engaged them. It's really hard to pity a guy who's basically picking his battles badly.
Yeah.
That's why I was expecting something to happen, because he ran out so confidently that he had something up his sleeve, and maybe we were going to see something develop, but we
He
really
didn't have
didn't.
sleeves on.
Up his
I'm
well, he
sorry.
doesn't
Up
wear
his chest.
pants.
I want to issue a retraction, Kathy. I'm sorry if I offended you, and I'm sorry if anybody out there was offended.
By the
Oh,
sleeves.
just wait. You'll
So,
be more
it was a
offended.
sleeve
If that's
trigger
gonna
warning.
offend you, you should turn it off now. It's gonna get worse. Just saying.
With this show's track record,
Where does the
Oh,
general
boy.
keep his armies?
where
Up his sleeveys.
you know
I
what's
get it.
you know what's worse about that joke is it took me a second.
It's an on the way, Homer. You'll get it
No,
later.
it's not. It's definitely not on the way over. I'm just super slow right
It's
now.
just so witty that, like, it takes you a second.
The genius of Kathy Kelly.
Thank you.
Comedic genius.
There you go.
So last week, I feel like we were just talking about how we hadn't seen CJ Parker in a while, and here he is.
Who we would want him to
we
wrestle.
were literally talking about who we would want him to wrestle and how we wanted to see him against Tyler Breeze again.
Ask and you shall
Swap the
receive.
roles. Yes.
But this was another one. Homer brought it up when we were watching it.
Mm-hmm.
There's still, we know CJ is a heel. And from the last match that we saw Breeze in, he's kind of in this gray area. He's kind of tweening right now. So it was weird to think of how this match would run when both are kind of in between. And then it got even more weird when Mojo Rawley came out. It was just like, okay, he didn't look intense. He did look intense, but in a very creepy way. He's just like, I see you, Tyler.
Yeah.
Always watching
Just touching
Tyler.
touching himself.
You know what I would love? Something that would be amazing, depending on where this angle goes, is if one day Breeze is looking at his phone, and we have the over-the-shoulder of him, and then Mojo shows up on his phone. He's like, "Ah!" And he's just somewhere.
And he turns to face him and he's gone. No, there's nobody there.
And then he picks up his phone, and it's him again. He's like, "Oh, good, I'm still gorgeous." What was that about? That was weird. Anyway, well, I'm beautiful.
Yeah.
This is weird.
What'd you guys think of this match? Tyler Breeze obviously wins with the beauty shot.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good to see CJ again, as it always is. It was a good back and forth matchup. And the crowd seemed into it this time more than previous.
Yeah.
So
I
Yeah,
mean,
because we've seen them evolve since the last time they fought.
they really
Right.
have.
And just as a match, you get to see why these guys clicked so much before in the past, and they could still run really good matches. The crowd, the crowd was still just kind of like, this Mojo's awkward or something. It was very bizarre. A lot of dirty stuff from CJ, but Breeze played it a little bit.
he was
cleaner.
clean. He didn't.
Yeah.
CJ Parker ended up going to the outside, and Tyler Breeze went out after him. And I think in the past, you'd have seen a rougher, tougher Tyler Breeze taking advantage on the outside. This time, just grabbed CJ Parker, rolled him back into the ring, playing a little cleaner.
Yeah.
It's a slow transition. We have Ron Corleone in chat. Mojo had a real Heidenreich feel to him tonight. I don't like him. But there's a really pretty Dragon Rana mounted punches from Tyler Breeze. That was real nice.
That was beautiful,
And-
smooth.
And the end was just like, roll up, and then it wasn't roll up, and then duck, and then pin. Nope, that's a 2-shot. I'm gonna do the axe kick beauty shot. Wow, that was really
Fast
fast.
paced,
That was
very
a great
fast.
Fast-paced
recap
end of
of
a
the
match.
match.
Yeah, did it.
He's got a lot of energy over there. A lot of energy.
And Steven hates me because I'm snapping in the microphone.
Not in the microphone. This will be in the microphone.
No, okay.
I'm just I wanted to do it for the benefit of those. I am gonna come in that booth. You better lock the door.
And this is a family show.
Oh, no.
So don't watch the YouTube version and you won't see any blood.
Exactly.
Backstage interview, Titus says to we don't
still
even know the
don't know
name
the
of this
name.
girl.
She still
She's
hasn't introduced
smiley and
herself.
cute, and that's all about.
She got barked at.
Yeah. Titus says he doesn't care what she's going to ask him because he already knows. And Titus says he's going to take Neville's championship from him, and they're going to rename NXT ITUS.
Rah. I liked this whole thing. It was, I'm going to abuse his body, I'm going to damage his mind, and I'm going to take the title. He very well spoken, despite being a monster.
Oh.
Well, I mean, he's sort of like Bane in that regard. He's a very well-spoken monster. You have something
Without
to
the
fear
mask.
from him physically and intellectually. He's not an idiot. He's very intelligent, and that's probably even scarier than him in the ring is the fact that he knows what he's doing.
One of the things that I really like about Titus is how versatile he is because he can be that monster, but then we also know he can pull out the comedy chops at any time, too.
It's true.
Which
So.
is why it's still weird. Like we say it every time he has a match. We know why he's a heel, but we like him more as a face because he's just such a nice
know.
guy.
He's funny.
It's the peril of being the nice guy.
Yeah.
Baron Corbin's video, Lone Wolf, it reminded me a lot of Sons of Anarchy.
It's probably
Supposed to, yeah.
Well, you know, it's original.
Very.
Nothing in wrestling is original. Absolutely nothing. It's about who does it best, not who does it first.
That After Effects reign, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what'd you think of it?
Awesome.
The video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was on
Excited to
last
see
week,
more of
wasn't
him?
it?
Yeah.
Week before.
They're doing what they've been doing with a lot of the other people that they're hot on is if they're not wrestling, they show a promo about them.
Yeah.
Just so that you can keep thinking about, Baron's
You're
not on the
reminded.
show. I really wanted to see.
Yeah, because with their taping schedule, you don't necessarily see everyone every single week because they tape so many at the same time.
Though
and-
with Baron's match types, you could probably put them on every show and give
Very true.
We
some
got
of the greener guys
we got
on
a
TV.
10-second slot to fill. Who could we put in here? Baron, put your boots on.
Vaudevillains versus Wesley Blake and Buddy Murphy. Vaudevillains win. It's always good to see Smiley for 5 seconds.
Yes. But also, did you notice that the Vaudevillains won with a not that's a wrap?
Yeah.
They won with what they call the Gentleman's Congress, which is a back uppercut or an uppercut to the back.
European uppercut to the back.
And a spinning neckbreaker, which
they've done it before, but this time they actually managed to get a win with it.
Does that have a name?
The Gentleman's Congress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was cool because it took you by surprise. You don't now with this you don't know how they'll win, and they could keep pulling different things out.
Yeah.
And like vaudeville, it's a variety act, so you could do a whole bunch of different things and win with them, and you'll never know how the match will end.
That's a good point. I'm just wondering when Blake and Murphy are going to get their first win. Those guys there's something about them. They're real hot. They look good tonight.
Yeah.
They really did.
It was so simple, but the double leapfrog, that's hard without landing on somebody.
That is hard.
We were complaining for so long about how there weren't enough tag teams, and now there are so many.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the mechanics that we saw during the tag tournament, because we haven't seen them since the tag tournament.
Well, maybe they're not an actual tag team, and they just kind of
maybe they were a thing for that. I don't know. They had tights.
I know.
So.
I don't know, man. We just have to, I guess, keep an eye out for pictures from house shows to see if the mechanics are actually working at house shows or just not working on TV or whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So it's nice to have a wealth of tag teams. It really is.
Yeah.
You never know who you're going to get.
Yeah. What do you think of the Vaudevillains potentially being in the next spot to take the tag titles?
I mean, that it makes sense. They're kind of with the Ascension. They got their rematch, and now they're seemingly not caring about the titles anymore. Though they'll complain about it, which is good, bad guys. It seems like they're the next poised tag teams, the Vaudevillains. Like we did have a wealth of tag teams, but again, I say with how Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger have been booked as singles competitors. And their apparent use of them being together as a video package before their match. I don't know what's in store for them, but Murphy and Blake, I think now that they should step up to be contenders, and we should get more new tag teams that are more of that JJ and Ty. Like, hey, look, two guys that are wrestling together.
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know what, like you said, Murphy and Blake, they got something.
They do.
As a tag team, they totally fit.
Even as singles competitors, both guys they're fighters, man. They're fighters.
So you want to see more from them?
I do. I like them.
Okay. Next up, we have the women's match, Bayley versus Sasha Banks. Sasha ends up making Bayley tap, but
super surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
What do you guys think of this match overall?
Overall, real solid. Mm-hmm. Bayley was on a hot streak for the majority of that match. That match was about maybe 2/3 Bayley, maybe even 75% Bayley. Sasha Banks was just lucky to hang in there until the end.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like Sasha's ring gear kind of looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Like, it's the colors of, like, Donatello or
it's the
Leonardo. Yeah.
I
just noticed that tonight.
I mean, I know she's a nerd. I know she's really nerdy. So
yeah. I mean, I don't think that's why she has it, but it's kind of cute.
But what if it was?
Then I'd like her that much more.
Sick burn.
Oh my gosh.
We actually do have from chat, the mechanics have been working house shows.
Oh,
there
okay.
you go. So it's still a thing. They're just not on the TV.
Thanks for letting us know,
And also, another comment, I don't think Jason Jordan and Dillinger have a single win as a tag team. They do. I know they have 2 wins back when they were first being introduced, and they were trying to get them in before the tag team tournament. Yeah, they were hot there, and we were like, oh, cool, we've got a world's greatest tag team vibe from these guys because they're athletes and
they're
pretty boys
one
and stuff.
Black and one white.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is that.
Really stating the obvious with the world's greatest tag team.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were the next step. This match again. I mean, it's the women's matches on NXT. They're just so consistently good, and like we said, surprisingly, Sasha won clean because we thought she was gonna have something up her sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
More than her armies.
Right. I think Bailey, it would have, I don't know, I would love to have seen Bailey get the win on this and still very much retain that vibe of you should have got it. You should be in the title picture. You should have the championship. I think she could still work that if she lost dirty.
Yeah. After the match, Sasha just goes after Bailey, and we think Becky Lynch comes out to Bailey's aid, but she doesn't.
Nope.
She gets Sasha away from her and then starts attacking Bailey as well.
The crowd was into this. You saw the faces of the people behind.
And the people jumping to their feet.
I mean, Becky's aggressive, and from what they thought, you know, especially if it was at the same taping and they didn't see that video package backstage, then, like, what are you guys?
Nothing. Don't worry about
There's
it.
a spider.
Yeah, you're fine over there.
this general
but over
area.
here, it's
It emitted quite a bark.
yeah.
Oh.
He's a hobo, so it's the. He keeps
okay.
raising his arms.
It's the cans of beans.
So,
I blame the beans.
anyways.
The match was super good. I was really hoping we get too many team ups, at least with heels, in the women's division, too similar to the BFFs, probably because there's the similar threads through there. So I was kind of hoping that Becky would have taken out Sasha.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest, like they're setting up, like, because if it's too much of a they're friends sort of thing, and then they're gonna turn on each other, as opposed to they're just both people who get what they want and they're joining forces for maybe a night or so, as opposed to we're friends now, awesome. It's weird.
I don't think, though, that she could attack Sasha because you don't want to give Sasha any pity. The audience is already split as to how they feel about Sasha. Half think she's ratchet, half think she's not. I think if Becky was to attack Sasha, more people would start to get behind Sasha, and that's not something you want when she's going into a match with Charlotte, who's supposed to be the good guy. Sasha's supposed to be the bad guy. You want to make Sasha bad. Bad.
Bad.
Boo Sasha. Boo Sasha should be in your head.
Boo, Sasha, boo.
Boo Sasha.
And we also got we got a couple new things on the entrances today.
Yes.
We got Bailey now only has the streamers on her cuffs as
Those
opposed to
were
the
cool.
whole like.
I wanted to say she took them off, but unfortunately I didn't.
Yeah, to see if they were snaps.
I could replicate them
Yeah, you probably could.
with newspaper and duct tape and more newspaper and duct tape.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I was really excited because I always complain about Sasha's entrance video.
Yeah.
With the weird font, and they changed it up. They still have the shuttered glasses, and they just have Sasha kind of looking like a boss
Is that
as
what
she
those
is.
are called? Shuttered glasses?
Yeah, they're shutters.
But you can't shutter
No,
them.
but
They're
there
just-
are. This guy
They
doesn't
got,
know
like,
anything about
slats.
fashion. This guy was on Under the Gun, and he doesn't know fashion.
I used to call
fashion.
them
I
Kanye
don't know,
glasses because Kanye
yeah.
was the first one to wear them.
He popularized them, but
Popular.
still on the side of the arena, we still see in Times New Ratchet Sasha instead of changing the font.
I love
They
that.
did it just for you, buddy.
Thanks, bro.
Just because it
They like the
pisses
idea of
you
Times New
off.
Ratchet.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had to say it. It's gonna stick.
I'm the pun guy.
But you don't get witty jokes.
That wit is not.
It went over.
Punch.
It went over his head.
I'm
It was one.
This
it
isn't
was
coffee.
one. Give him another one. I'll bet he'll get the next one.
Okay. I'll throw it at you later.
He
See,
got
I got
it. See,
that
he
one.
got it.
I got
He
that
got it.
one. Okay, I'm back. Okay, where are we at? Whew.
Backstage, Carmella is talking on her phone about how she made a chick tap out, and then Enzo and Big Cass walk up. Enzo says, Carmella, you know I'm a G, but you may not know I'm 4G because I'm well connected.
How you doing? That was so good.
That was so good.
That was, oh my
And
God.
then he talks about how he's friends with William Regal, and she goes, what? Were you getting tea with him? And then he says, no, he got her a match with Emma. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like this
Then we get to see
segment.
Emma again.
Yeah. And then,
It's like, where's my sugar? Yeah, it's
yeah.
in your tea with Regal.
so good.
Because it's that snappy, it's everybody's paying attention. It doesn't
It's
feel
witty.
like
I'm surprised you
written.
got that.
Well, when I was watching the show, I was awake.
Oh, okay.
This is the second show in a row.
Yeah, no, it's pretty.
He did the
True.
Ruby after show.
Yeah, we had 4 people over Skype.
They had
so
people
that was-
on the Skype.
There's lots of people.
Yeah, so there's a lot to kind of take in and stuff.
Did they have a pillow fight while they were on Skype?
No, they didn't. They were in an
Should've-
office setting.
That was an office?
It was. In on chat, we have another comment. Sasha's font rent reminds me of the good old days of the Adam Rose music debate.
Although there's not much of a debate going on here.
No. It's just
Not
me
much of a
complaining
debate.
about Times New Ranch.
Yeah. But yeah, these segments are always entertaining. It'll be cool to see Carmella wrestle again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week.
Yeah.
And Emma's quite a challenge. She's not just gonna lay down for her. This is gonna be a match. I think. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, main event: Titus versus Adrian Neville for the NXT Championship. Neville ends up hitting the red arrow for the win. As you said, we were talking earlier, just completely out of nowhere, it seemed like.
I mean, Titus was so strong this whole match. He was just trying to squeeze the life out of Adrian Neville, and finally Adrian Neville gets a little bit of space, boots him, and hits that red arrow. But the whole match overall, smash mouth. Exactly what you expect from Titus O'Neil.
I kind of predicted this outcome, though. I don't know about you guys.
I'm happy that it was clean. I'm happy that everybody looked kind of strong.
Yeah.
Adrian Neville is sort of having the opposite. They're trying to show the opposite of a Sami Zayn, which we saw after the match. Neville always seems to pull it out no matter what. Where we see more commonly with Sami, he a lot of the times can't get the job done. Where he can be in control, or he has as many comebacks as he can, but he still just can't put it away. So in this match, where Titus was in control essentially the entire match, except for one glimpse of hope, like he still, no matter what, all it takes is that one knockdown and that one red arrow, and you're through.
It's about placement. You know, you could argue that the two boots wasn't enough to take out Titus O'Neil, but it obviously was. It put him down. Not long enough for Adrian Neville to climb the ropes, hit that red arrow. Even after a bear hug, that Rottweiler with a small rabbit bear hug.
Yeah.
God, it was awful.
Yeah, careful with
I
your
love
next
it.
time, sir.
Post-match, Sami Zayn comes out. The crowd goes crazy. And he says he wants to be the first... What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we're totally in. Sami Zayn came out.
What?
Yeah. Keep going.
Okay.
Continue.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Tell me more, Kathy.
Sami Zayn comes out and he says he wants to be the first one to congratulate Adrian Neville on successfully defending his title. He says that he's on a mission as well, though, and his mission is going to be to get the NXT championship. So he asks Neville for a match. Neville says yes, whenever, wherever.
Really?
Did you miss this part?
Yes. We both missed
You guys thought that it was done?
You did.
So you can watch the end of the show.
That makes me so happy. I thought you legitimately were just trying to make me look like an a-hole.
No,
You need to try.
He's the whole.
And you had a whole hour.
I thought that was it. I mean, it was like there was like
It did seem like it was, and then it ended very fast too. Yeah.
Oh well, I guess we're going home. Bye.
He's like, yeah.
You had to run.
No,
I was like, well, that was
he
it.
literally, he was like
He
this,
paused.
and he walked up the ramp, and literally when he got to the top of the ramp, everyone was chanting. I was like, oh, okay, this isn't over. I also saw on my thing, it was like, oh, there's 3 minutes left. So.
Yeah, no, I was like, what's gonna happen? But I had to bolt. I watched it after Ruby. He didn't. So
Whatever.
Neville said, whenever, wherever.
Yeah, I heard her say it. Yeah.
I'm trying to go through the story,
Just
sir.
let go.
Excuse me, sir. Sir?
Yes.
There you are.
I feel like I'm at the DMV.
Please take your glasses off, sir. He said, well, we all know you can't win the big one. And then it's, as NXT went off the air. That's what ended the show, was
Yeah.
a sick burn from Adrian Neville.
Still kind of a jerk.
Yeah, definitely.
It's weird. Wish he would just kind of be a jerk. Or not a jerk.
A little bit more of a jerk as opposed to just like he's just
like he gets to have the belt and be a jerk and win a match and be a jerk. It's like this guy has everything. How can you connect with a guy who has everything? Sami Zayn doesn't have a belt. He barely has a win. For crying out loud. That's why everybody loves him.
He barely had a concussion once.
Right.
Yeah. Well, are you excited to see this match now that you know about it?
I sort of already knew about it, Kathy. They were building to it. But yes.
Where do you think we'll see this match?
On
That's gotta be
the network?
Well, yes, but will you see? Do you
For
think
$9.99?
I'm Michael Cole, Kathy. Do you think we'll see it? Do you think we'll see it on a regular show, or Sammy will save it until the next network special?
The next network special is so far away.
Do we have a date for that?
I would just assume it's in 2 months because they do them quarterly.
When it was...
So maybe before the end of the year?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Maybe in November, December?
Yeah.
It's quite a ways
That'd be a
away.
good Christmas present.
Well, yeah, it will, because that's a Thursday. No, but that'd be terrible, because then they have to
Not
make
on
them come into
Thursday. It would
work.
be Christmas a different day. Like, it would just be like the week before or something. You get
It
to
would
open
be
your present
Christmas.
early.
It'd be a Hanukkah
Different day.
present. Is what
There you go.
it is.
That's
It would be a good December present. It would be a good present any time of the year.
You're right.
Yeah.
We're just hitting all.
I follow
We're going full
Yeah.
cylinder. The train is full of nitrous.
And it's
Everything
headed
is
into a
just.
mountain.
Yep.
I really also want Tyler Breeze to get his shot at Adrian Neville, just one-on-one.
He was the legitimate
deserves it.
#1 contender.
He was.
And then
He
all of a
was.
sudden, they was just like, nope. And then the whole Mojo thing happened. Still bizarre that he showed up. And it just sort of
Touching
ended.
himself slowly, caressing
shoulder.
deeply his shoulder.
I stay hype.
And the jag made with
So
What are they gonna do with Mojo's shirts now? That's the only question I have.
Cut the right sleeve
He's
off.
not hyped. He's not hyped at all.
No.
How is he gonna stay hyped if he's not hyped? And who's gonna buy an I Stay Hyped shirt when he's not even hyped when he comes out?
Why Xanax,
they could
I stay Xanax.
they could just get like a piece of tape and just re-hype or something like that. Or
Re-hype. That would be if he got his mojo back. Oh.
So are we going to see a Mojo on a pole match? Where it's like,
Mojo's got his groove back.
Or does he get his groove back?
yeah, I eagerly await that movie.
It would be great. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this hilarious after show. Please leave us your comments with what you thought of this week's NXT below, and the guys respond to them all, and I'll look at them.
More like I respond to them all because I have a library card and a little time in my hands.
Catch your breath if you can find the time.
Please rate us, comment, subscribe on iTunes. Just type in AfterBuzz TV. You can find our NXT After Show. Mark, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at SoapboxMark is what it's called. You can also find the two of us on YouTube at SoapboxCarTV. You can also find us on Spreadshirt at SoapboxCarTV. SoapboxCarTV.Spreadshirt.com if you want a Second Power shirt.
Whoa.
Yeah, we got
I knew
stuff.
a girl
You
once
got
who would spread it for a
merchandise.
shirt.
Just
but
gonna hit you in the face. You should watch that on YouTube. What about you, Hobo?
I'm still laughing at my own joke.
Hobo, where can they find you?
All right, we're back into the show. What did you guys think about?
At True Hobo on the Twitter, ProWrestlingTees.com, my place. You can buy my shirt, Spread shirt, Soapbox Car TV. You can buy our shirt, or HollywoodWrestling.com, where you can watch me wrestle.
What about you, Kathy Kelly?
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelly. You can find me on Instagram at Kathy Kelly.
Oh, wow.
You can find all of us here on Twitter and
follow you.
Instagram at AfterBuzz TV. I'm really funny on Twitter. So. You can find all of us here on Twitter and Instagram at AfterBuzz TV. Thank you guys so so much for tuning in this week, and we will catch you again next Thursday for another episode of NXT.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later, Cavity.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.